case, no, I'm sorry, case K,
What do you want?
DA, solvency deficit if I have time. Okay. With an,
you say case K.
yeah, with an overview on top.
And then this ad.
Yeah.
And then solvency.
Yes. All right, ready? All right, overview. There are going to be so many places in which you can vote negative. You can vote negative on the K. You can vote negative on all the turns they did not address, which they cannot address in the PMR, which by definition would win them or win us the round because they talk about how colonialism bad. That is like we turn that and we're showing that colonialism is bad. You can also vote on the DA. They don't touch the DA other than just having some defense. So if there's a risk of offense on the backlash DA, we're going to still outweigh. You can vote on the solvency deficit. You can't give them, as long as they don't have solvency beyond a reasonable doubt, you're going to vote for us because they only have partial solvency. That's not enough solvency. Okay, so now let's go specifically to the case. This is going to be damning for them. They don't address any of the turns which are pure offense for us. They don't talk about, so that means we garner their impacts about how they increase violence and how they increase backlash and how they increase the colonialism which justifies all violence to war. This is a huge impact. Don't let them turn this back. So right there, I mean, they have essentially zero offense. Rounds over right there. Also, uniqueness overwhelms the link. I mean, they can't control this. They're going to try to say that they have a big enough effect that they're going to change this and they're going to solve. That is absolutely not the case. Don't let them get away with that. Uniqueness overwhelms the link. Don't let them don't let them try to turn it back. This is enough offense. Anything else?
Backlash. No, all their impacts just lead into our backlash turns anyway. Even if you don't buy that.
Our impacts still lead, or they still bite into the backlash turn. But also, I want to focus on this still colonialization. They're going to say that funding is not colonialization. That's absolutely not true. Funding still has the implicit threat. Like when we fund a tribal, when we fund a project, when we fund Iraq, we have the implicit threat of being able to take away that money. We don't necessarily state that, but that is the most insidious threat because both sides know that, and the Iraqis need to focus on doing our imperialist policy. So by definition, that is going to that's going to check back all their we're not colonialist arguments. Now let's go to the K. Okay, so they try to make these weak turns on the K. That's absolute. I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead to the K, not going to the
sovereignty.
Yeah, okay. So if there is a residual link on the K, they try to no link and they make these general no link arguments, but if there is a chance of a link that's going to outweigh everything, there by definition is a chance of the link because they only have some weak defense on the K rather than actually trying to link turn this. This means that yeah, I mean, and just by definition, they use the state. Just because, by using the state, that by definition is biopower. The U.S. is imperialist. They state that. That is going to be a damning impact for them. Also,
especially because they're extending that.
Right,
biopower.
Especially because they're trying to extend that biopower by funding these tribes. Also, so they also try to turn by saying we have better value to life. That is absolutely not true because biopower by definition outweighs value to life, and we also have the turns on their impact on their advantages. So that's enough for us to win us around. That takes out that turn. Also, say our alternative sucks by doing nothing. The alternative by definition is doing something. We're having a real world impact on the round. Furthermore, this is just defense. If we have a chance of doing something, you're going to vote here because this is a real world impact. Also, let's hear. Also, they say the alternative has no solvency. No, discourse shapes reality. They do not contest it. Discourse shapes reality. That means that our discourse in the round is going to have a real world effect, whereas just general policy making and fiat policy making is not going to have a real world effect. Is that enough?
I think so.
I mean,
go into the cartels.
Sure, we're gonna go to the cartel DA. They woefully undercovered the cartel DA. They only say that we're not gonna inflict damage on the cartel DA. If there's a chance that the cartels are going to backlash, that's gonna garner enough offense for us. That is gonna garner offense for us. Don't let them say that this is offense. They don't have to make any turns in this whatsoever. And our impacts are really huge because it's going to be in dehumanization of a large scale group, like my partner said. It's all across Latin America. Dehumanization can be worse than death because you wish you were dead. This is especially true with the backlash cartels because they're engaging in a level of dehumanization that no other cartel is going to go for. We have a clear uniqueness and link story. They provide no counter analysis. They only say these general blippy arguments. That's not going to be enough. So let's look, an overview or underview at this round. Also, solvency deficits. U.S. federal government doesn't solve. We provide a lot of reasons for this. They don't refute all of these, and even if there's a chance the U.S. federal government doesn't solve, you'll still be voting for us.
And they don't cover the small scale action.
And they don't cover small scale action. So, Judge, you can vote for us on the K, which outweighs and has real world solvency. You can vote on the solvency deficit, and you can vote on the cartel backlash.